Okay, let's finish off this series on irons by talking about how we put them all together so that they fit you. After we've determined what head best fits the eye and the proficiency of the golfer and just kind of looks the best at the dress for you, we can start to move on to getting the entire fit right. Next thing we do is we start to move towards determining the shaft weight that you should be playing. Anywhere from 65 grams to 130 grams, depending on your strength, how you load the shaft, where you load the shaft, and what your trajectory is looking like as we observe you hit balls. And so those are the things that we consider as we determine what shaft is best suited for your swing. So as we do that, we take a look at the bend point that is going to be most beneficial for you. Are you the type of golfer that has a really late release that relies on the tip of the shaft to keep under control? Or are you a smooth swinger where the overall bend point of the shaft maybe is less of a factor in how the shaft delivers the club head into the hitting area? So those are the types of things that we take a look at. And again, our objective is to get you to hit the ball right on the center of the sweet spot as much as humanly possible. So that's some of the things that we do there. The first thing that we start to understand is what length of shafts we should have you in. This wrist crease right here is the starting point. I take a measurement wrist to floor as you're standing, erect and comfortable, not in a golf position, but that wrist crease to floor is the starting point. And we have charts that kind of tell us where to start as we fit. And then we start moving plus or minus an inch. And again, our objective is to get you hitting the ball in the middle of the face. We'll put impact on the head. Impact tape on the head, and we're looking for an imprint, right in the center of the face as you start to make contact. You'll see the contact kind of move directions as we move with different lengths of irons for you. We also bring in some swing weight points a little bit after we've zeroed in the length that is giving you the most consistent impact. We'll try to add some weight to the head to see if it moves the impact point for you as well. Those are some of the things that we do as we test the demo club that we put together for you. Next thing we do is we start to take a look at the lie. And the lie is basically, as you come through the hitting area, do you come down a little bit toe down or a little bit heel down or toe up, however you want to put it. And to do that, we take a golf ball and you put a little line on the back of the ball that is going to, it's dry erase, and it's going to leave a mark on the head as you hit it. And you do this outside on grass. Don't do this, in a, indoor studio where you're hitting it off AstroTurf. That's not real golf. Real golf happens out on the course and out on the range, so we try to do it as real as we can. So what we're trying to do is to have an impact mark that is just kind of straight up and down there. Sometimes you'll see marks that have a little angle to them, and that means that we need to adjust the lie. There's some things that you can do with your swing, but again, we're going to be fitting you to the swing that you bring into the kind of the physical characteristics of you. But if you get some of these angles, sometimes we've got to bend it toe down to get that line to come straight, or we need to flatten it out a little, we need to stand it up a little bit in order to get that line straight. Ultimately, we're trying to get the lie straight up and down, nice vertical line with most of your impact happening there. If we're doing that, you're getting into a fitted situation, obviously. Okay, we'll play a little bit around with some grips as well. Most golfers that I contact, they typically have a favorite grip, but understand what the grip does. It's basically, gives you a comfort level. Some people like a good cord grip. Others like a good smooth, soft grip. It's, again, personal preference. Some like a jumbo type grip. Others may like something that's a little bit smaller in diameter. I'm not too worried about hand size. I just want to know how it feels in your hands. That's the feel element of iron fitting. So that's really what we do with iron fitting. And again, the set makeup is kind of critical. Obviously, you don't want to be playing clubs that you can't hit. A lot of sets of irons that you see in the stores these days are, pitching wedge through 3 iron or gap wedge through 4 iron. And I can tell you that 95% of the golfers that I've worked with cannot accurately or consistently hit a 3 or a 4 iron in the air. And so I highly recommend that we stop building our irons at the 5 iron and then start to move to either a utility type iron or to a hybrid type club. But anyway, that is how we kind of finalize and put the irons together. Ultimately, the fit is proven by the center of face contact. And then you can really start to work on your game, knowing that the irons are fit for you and they will respond to the move that you put on the ball. Thanks for watching, and I think next time we're going to be talking about wedges and how the short game comes into play. If you're really trying to reduce your handicap and post better scores in your tournaments, you need to understand your wedges and what they do. And as we talk with wedges, I'm going to bring in the concept of ball fitting as well, because that's a key element in improving your golf game. We'll talk with y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.